The theme for today is quite simple. Pitching. Two of the best young arms in the game square off in the rubber match of the series. The lefty, Madison Bumgarner. The righty, Julio Teheran. So sit back and enjoy some afternoon baseball with a couple of aces on the hill. It's the Giants-Braves next.
Day baseball here at AT&T Park. We got a nice warm afternoon as the Giants and Braves will wrap up this three-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Giants got shut out last night. Mike Minor was fabulous. The kid that the Braves have thrown today, this Julio Teheran kid, he's fabulous. But so is Madison Bumgarner.
Well, it does really figure to be all about pitching. Teheran's got an ERA at 1.7, and Madison Bumgarner, the last three starts, has really come on. In fact, he's got the best fastball-curveball combination that he's had all year. It figures to be about pitching, but the Giants also like day baseball. They're 11-4 this year in day games, and if you get the ball in the bullpen here at home, their ERA 1.01. That's a pretty good bullpen. So it's all about pitching today.
And it's all about day baseball. Giants had 3 home runs against Julio Teheran in Atlanta in his last start against the Giants. Amy G is going to take a look at 3 big flies right after this.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box and try the new Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. It's Jack's hottest sandwich yet. And by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, you're looking at North Beach in the Transamerica building. It is an absolutely gorgeous day in San Francisco, and fans are going to be treated to a day game and a rubber match, and it is going to be a hot one this afternoon. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and as you all know, AT&T Park transforms very quickly on a hot day from a pitcher's park to a hitter's park. So the pressure will be on the hurlers this afternoon. You've got a great matchup of aces. Madison Bumgarner going up against the Braves' Julio Teheran. Now the Giants saw Teheran earlier this month handing the 23-year-old Colombian a loss, and we're going to take a look back at it today. It's our AT&T Uverse Rewind. Teheran only gave up 4 hits, but they were big ones because 3 of them were solo shots, home runs by Belt, Posey, and Michael Morse. The long ball was big that day. All of those Giants went deep, and they went on to win 3-1. It's the first time the right-hander gave up 3 homers in a single game in his career. And there's a look at where those homers went and what they hit. Both Posey and Morse hit sliders. Belt hit a fastball. Now, Teheran defeated the Giants twice last season. Sure would be nice for San Francisco Giants fans to see their team return the favor in 2014. All right, first pitch shortly. Kruk and Kuip will be back with lineups and that first pitch. But first, we're going to check in with our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update right after these messages. So stay with us.
Nice afternoon for baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is kicking off summer this Saturday with a free concert with Y&T. 78 degrees, 8 degrees here at the yard. Winds are calm, humidity around 40%, and it is warm. Here's a lineup that Madison Bumgarner will be facing. It'll be Pasternack in the leadoff spot, followed by Justin Upton. Now, Upton, of all these Braves hitters, he's faced Bumgarner the most. Then it's Freeman, Gaddis, and Chris Johnson. B.J. Upton will hit 6th. Ryan Domit in the lineup. He's 7th. Simmons, and then Tehran.
On the hill today for the Giants will be Madison Bumgarner, the 6'5", 235-pound left-hander. He's 24 years of age. And this is what he has done in 8 starts, 4-3 with a 2.83 ERA. He's pitched extremely well in his last 2 starts, earning wins in both and allowing just 2 earned runs in 14 innings with 17 strikeouts and 2 walks. His velocity is up. It'll go 92, 94. His breaking balls have been very, very quick the last 3 starts since he's corrected himself mechanically. So he'll give you a cut, curveball, a slider, and a changeup. Lifetime against these Braves, he's 3-3 with a 2.51 ERA. And let's take a look at the defense that will be playing behind Madison Bumgarner today. Starting the Giants outfield from left to right, it'll be Colvin, Blanco, and Pence, best arm in right field. Crawford and Sandoval on the left side of the infield. Hicks and Morris on the right side. Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Braves winning last night 5-0. Giants won on Monday 4-2. So here's Tyler Pasternack making his first start in the series. How about this? Dan Uggla, no starts in this series.
Yeah, that's news.
First pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's bunted foul. So we get started right on time. Oh, 1 to Pasternack. Pasternack fouls it out of play. He's hitting 150. The leadoff hitters in this game, average wise, probably not something that you're used to seeing. Pasternack is 3 for 20. And that pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Upton, Freeman to follow Pasternack. And he shoots this one into left field for a base hit.
All right, let's take a look at our Nissan keys to the game. For the Giants, table setters have to do a good job tonight. That means the leadoff hitter in every inning. The Giants could not do a good job of that last night. That will be a key today. And number 2, the Bumgarner Braves magic. He has pitched well against Atlanta, the team he rooted for as a kid. And the one matchup you really have to watch is his matchup with Justin Upton, who has done well lifetime against him, 9 for 23, hitting 391. And those are our Nissan keys to the game.
And he's standing in right now to face Bumgarner. And he's going to look at a strike. Upton 0 for 4 on Monday, and he went 1 for 4 in the game last night. Lots of power, takes a healthy rip, and he's got a bit of an uppercut. Morris holding on Pasternack, and that fastball is a bit high. That's Lance Barrett calling balls and strikes, followed by DeMuth, Culpa, and Hickox from first to third.
Yeah, Lance Barrett, a good pitcher's umpire. He's got a big zone, likes a low ball preference, but he will call anywhere from the knees to the belts, and he'll give a little width on both sides of the plate. Good zone to throw to.
2-1 now to Upton. Upton hitting at 286. Pastornicki does not go. Bumgarner will throw over to first. It's like a late arriving crowd today. Maybe there's some bosses out there that are keeping the folks in the office a little extra long here.
Yeah, landlocked.
Guys having a rough go.
Pull your anchor up.
Hit out into right field, right at Pence. Pence will put it away. Yeah, that's hard to do if you're by yourself, isn't it? Get unlandlocked.
In a kayak, it is.
I mean, oh, there you go.
You got action now.
Babe.
Broke out a little sombrero magic right there. Now you can't stop.
He could be under the Golden Gate Bridge here in about 45 minutes.
Heading out to sea.
Here's Freddie Freeman. Freeman on the first pitch lifts it out of play into the upper deck. 4 for 19 against Bumgarner. And one of those hits a home run.
Got a really strong inside-out approach, Freddie Freeman.
Hit well into center field. Blanco on the move, still on the move, and the ball drifts away from Blanco. Here comes Pastornicki. He's going to score. Freeman into second base with a double. I'm wondering, Mike, if it's all speculation, but it really looked like the wind from underneath the scoreboard pushed that thing away from Blanco.
It's one of the new configurations of this ballpark. They removed the building that had previously blocked that tunnel underneath the batter's eye in center. But the way that Blanco goes back on this ball, it looked like he had a pretty good purchase to it. He gets back to where he thinks it's going to be, and he's about 15 yards to the left of it. So an easy score for first base for Pastornicki, and just like that, Braves draw first blood.
Here's Gaddis. Blanco still looking back at the wall like he can't believe that.
He doesn't get fooled very often. The one thing about Blanco that sets him apart from most infielder or outfielders is his routes to the ball are direct.
This is hit right at Blanco. He's not going to trust anything now as he makes the catch. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Watch Blanco, how he's got a beat on it, and then watch this.
And that is really uncharacteristic, and it has to be the wind that played havoc with this ball. And it happens when it gets warm here. I mean, players don't know how to play this ballpark. They just don't see it when it's 80 degrees or above. And this ballpark plays completely differently than what they're used to.
Well, Blanco went after it like he had every intention of catching it. One and 0 to Chris Johnson. And this is hooked down the left field line, fair. So coming in to score is Freeman, and into second base is Johnson. It's 2-0.
They set up on the inside corner, and that's right to the glove. Just a good job of digging that ball out by Chris Johnson. The elbows collapse very quick in. That's our Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. You can see just how far fair it was.
So a single and 2 doubles in the inning, and here's B.J. Upton. And it's no balls and 1 strike. B.J. Upton, a single and an RBI on Tuesday. Has 3 hits in the series. He had 2 hits on Monday. Foul back, 1-2. So Bumgarner not as sharp as he'd like to be here in the first inning.
And that's usually something that he prides himself in, taking a pretty good rhythm out to the first inning. I think of all the Giants pitchers, he and Tim Hudson get that rhythm the quickest. They just are not used to Bumgarner giving up runs in the first inning.
No. Johnson at second, his RBI only the 8th of the year for him. 3-2.
Next pitch for Bumgarner will be number 20 in this inning.
He's got first base open. On deck is Ryan Doman. Got him. And that'll end the inning. 2 runs on the board. Giants are coming up. Blanco to lead it off. That'll be facing Julio Teheran. Will go like this. It'll be Blanco, Pence, and then Buster Posey, who's got good numbers. And it'll be Sandoval in the 4th spot, followed by Morris, Colvin, and Crawford. Hicks 8th, and Bumgarner 9th.
On the hill today for the Atlanta Braves will be Julio Teheran. Teheran in 8 starts, 2-2 with a 1.71 ERA, 42 strikeouts in 58 innings with just 36 hits allowed. He's a quality arm. You're going to see a low 90s fastball that he will 2-4 seam. 4-pitch guy, curveball, slider, and a changeup. More sliders than changeups and curveballs, but he is a strike thrower and he will dominate the low knee-high location. Teheran is from Cartagena, Colombia, just 23 years old. In his second year at the big league level. Let's take a look at the Braves defense behind Teheran, starting in the outfield. It'll be Upton, and Domit. That's your outfield. Simmons and Johnson on the left side of the infield. Pastornicky and Freeman will patrol the right side, and Evan Gattis will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Blanco. Blanco, after Pagan left the ballgame last night, picked up a base hit. And he's just trying to get on track. You can see his numbers. He's 5 for 41. And he looks at a strike. He's 0 for 6 lifetime against Julio Teheran. Fouls this one back, 0-2. Giants are 10 games over 500. They're 25-15. They're 11-6 at home, and they're 4-1 against the Atlanta Braves this year. Hunter Pence in constant motion in the on-deck circle. And the 0-2 pitch is high and wide, 1-2.
The other thing about Tehran is that he'll cruise right around 89, 90 with the fastball, hitting the knee spots with a little sink. And then on a 2-strike, he'll reach back and he'll go 93, 94.
A bit high, 2-2.
Fields his position well, holds runners on well. He's got the whole package.
And the 2-2 pitch to Blanco, and swinging a dribbler, foul.
Now this is the big at bat, I think, today for the Giants. The table set and first guy up every inning. Giants just did not create enough opportunities in last night's ball game, and they're going to have to do a better job of that today, especially down 2-0.
Well, it took him a long time to get Minor into the stretch last night. Blanco gets tired of waiting. He steps out. And another 2-2 pitch. And a full count.
Yeah, they're going to get here a little late, but they're having fun getting here. Leave the bird alone, pal.
Yeah, that bird will win in the end, because he'll find out where you live.
That's true. He'll find out where your car is parked.
Payoff pitch. And Blanco takes the walk. It's a good at bat. So here's Hunter Pence. Pence hitting .256. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Couple of hits last night. Had 2 doubles last night.
Definitely starting to heat up.
Very close. And it gives you an idea that Bruce Bochy's thinking about it just to stay out of the double play.
Watch the footwork, very quick. Drops that right foot back, and I mean his release is as quick to first base as any right-handers in the league. I mean, we talk about him having the whole package. That's part of it. He holds runners on very well.
And a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Buster Posey to follow.
Tehran, he'll put the ball on the ground a lot too. You might see Bruce Bochy start moving runners.
I think maybe the Hunter Pence is waiting. Wait no more. It's 0-2.
He's either waiting for Blanco to steal a base or he's sitting on a breaking ball. They wanted a fastball away, and Tehran may have had second thoughts. Nope, they call it again.
Blanco goes. Swinging a foul out of play.
Saw Evan Gattis up close and personal. He's got a good arm.
Hammered out into right center field. This baby is out of here. game is tied.
It's heating up.
Does that count as a home run from a right-hander to right field?
Yeah, we're going to put that on the list. You do not see right-handers hit about that part of the ballpark very often. There's 34 on the, or I guess it's 35 now for right-handers since the ballpark's open. And look at the fastball up. A mistake in a 2-strike situation, and he puts a charge into this one. Wow. This ballpark plays small when it's hot and the wind is not blowing. And right now the flags are blowing straight down.
Here's Buster Posey. And Buster takes down low. You saw when we did the lineups the ownage that Buster Posey has on Tehran. He's 6 for 9 with 2 home runs.
And Madison Bumgarner feeling a whole lot better right now.
Sandoval on deck. And Posey hits a high fly ball to left. Upton in front of the cars, and he makes the catch.
Just got under it. Just got under it. Now we'll go back and take a look from the splash cam at just how far the ball went to right center off the bat of Hunter Pence. The Pence homer number 3. And that's one that this fan's base will remember, because you just don't see him go out that part of the ballpark from a right-hander very often.
Here's Pablo Sandoval. And Sandoval lines one into center field, a base hit.
It's heating up. He's starting to see loud contact. He's starting to see him slow his lower body down, which has really been a problem for him. And really it has been the main reason for his slump. Slow the lower body down, and even though he has reach, his weight still stayed on that back foot. Went right back up the middle with it. A natural low ball hitter. He got one he liked.
Here's Morris, who's hitting .256. And the pitch is in tight. Morris hit a home run off of Tehran in Atlanta, and he's 1 for 3 against them lifetime. On deck is Tyler Colvin. In tight again, 2-0. So you get an idea where the Braves want to pitch Morris.
They've been pounding him in with hard stuff this whole series.
I don't think this is coming as a surprise to Morris.
Yeah, it shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody at 6'5". I mean, tall hitters, they get pounded in.
Ball back as he digs that one out.
Talked about the home run that Michael Morris hit off of Tehran in Atlanta. A little breaking ball that had some hang time to it, and he jumped all over it.
And we thought it was going to bring rain. Sandoval at first with 1 out. Some rosin for Julio Tehran. Foul back, 2-2. Giants are 11-6 at home. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games. Got a piece, and Gaddis could not hang on. It remains 2-2. When they won the game on Monday, they were guaranteed of winning the season series, which doesn't happen very often considering how poorly the Giants have played historically in Atlanta during the regular season. Three and two.
That was pitch number 20 for Tehran. See now if Bruce Bochy starts the runner. Remember, if you're going to do that, you're going to bet on contact.
Sandoval does not go, and that's foul back again. .21 pitch inning for Tehran with 1 out and 1 on, and the 1 out was a ball that nearly went out off the bat of Buster Posey. Morris waiting patiently, and the walk.
Good at bat.
Roger McDowell is going to come out.
Well, it is hot, and that's the 22nd pitch, and this is really all about giving your pitcher a breather. And if you're Roger McDowell, you're going to go out there and give him a 3-pitch plan. You're going to talk about, all right, we got this guy Colvin up there. We'll start him off with a little sinker away, then we'll cut him on the hands and give him a back foot slider, see if we can get out of this. And that's, I think, the greatest thing for a pitching coach to do, because in an inning like this, especially in the first inning, guys will start freaking out, and they start thinking bad thoughts, and that's why you got to clear that head and give them something to think about that's positive.
Colvin had a couple of hits the other night. His first at bat at home, he hits a home run in a Giants uniform.
Got a high fastball, Gavin Floyd, and he jumped all over it. Then later on, with 2 men on, he hits one right past Freeman down the line for a triple. Giants would take the lead, and that would be pretty much it. They would score 3 in that inning, and the final score is 4-1. 4-2, I beg your pardon.
Colvin's never faced Tehran. And is that a changeup?
And I think that may have been the message from Roger McDowell. Throw your other pitches, and that was a first pitch changeup, and a good one. All part of the 3-pitch plan. So we hadn't seen a curveball yet. He goes first pitch changeups, gets strikes 1, and comes a curveball and a very quick 0-2. When you're hitting against Tehran, you're not going to be thinking about anything but that fastball until you get into a two-strike situation. I mean, he likes that fastball. Fastball slider is really his 1-2 punch.
Got him.
So stayed soft, change up, curveball, and Tehran gets his first strikeout. And this is a quality curveball. And Colvin's going back to the Giants dugout going, how come I don't get any fastballs?
Yeah, that's true. Well, he needed to get an at-bat before Roger McDowell went out there. Here's Crawford, who's 0 for 9 lifetime against Julio Tehran. Sandoval at second, Morris at first. 1 ball and no strikes. Should Crawford keep the line moving, it would be Hicks. He's on deck. And a pickoff play. And Sandoval gets back. It looked like Simmons slipped.
I think it's the hardest tag on the ground I've ever seen. And there was that slip you're talking about.
Stay on your feet, kid. 1-0 to Crawford. Two and 0. The old adage, get them early.
You're right. You get the good ones early before they get that rhythm. This ought to be a pretty good pitch to hit.
Three, no.
This is really the time when a pitching coach will really start to squirm because the pitch count just keeps cranking up. 28 pitches here in the first.
Three and one is Duran comes back on the inside corner. Crawford waiting. Little flare. This is going to hurt. Here comes Sandoval. And the Giants take the lead. Just a little cue shot into left field.
It may have been a changeup off the end of the bat. And this is a little fang of beauty. And Simmons cannot get to it. And for Brandon Crawford, take a bunch of those with runners in scoring position.
Here's Hicks. Hicks is 0 for 2 lifetime against Iran. And that pitch is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. No look to second, and Hicks fouls it back. He got a fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And even that fastball was away from where they intended the target to be. They set the target on the outside part of the plate. Winds up being a pretty good pitch. Now they got the bloop off the bat of Crawford. Now this is when you want to see him run into the blast right here. And they got the right guy up there. Brandon Hicks with good power.
Up and in.
And that slider is not his friend right now. Slight pull in the infield, and they pinch the gap in right center in the outfield and give the lines on both sides of the field.
Bullpen getting ready. Swing and a miss, 2 and 2.
Good little slider there.
Alex Wood headed down to the pen. Look out. 3-2. I think Bumgarner would like to hit this inning.
Well, I think that's the wish of every pitcher. Braves really not in jeopardy of exposing their bullpen today. They have an off day tomorrow in St. Louis, so they can air that bullpen out.
And the walk, and Bumgarner is going to hit.
Yeah, that's the third walk this inning from a guy that doesn't walk many.
Well, he's done it before with the bases loaded. It's likely he's not going to get cheated.
Well, I know one thing. He's going to be looking fastball.
And this is the trainer coming out.
Well, this does not count as a visit when that trainer comes out there. And maybe that he's got a blister. Says I'm good.
We mentioned Bumgarner has been in this spot before on April 11th against Jorge De La Rosa. Gone. Grand slam. So here he is again. And a bullet foul.
He got that fastball he was looking for. He might not see another one. Now he leaned on this one. I mean, that is right in his wheelhouse and just a little too much yank. But that was loud. And he squared it up.
He will not see another one.
No. I would be surprised unless it got to a 3-1 count.
One and two. The next pitch for Tehran will be 40. 40.
Well, that's a good job by the Giants to get some pitches out of him.
Two and two.
Good pitch, good take. And that's one of the best sliders he's thrown this inning.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. The big hit in the inning, Hunter Pence hits it into right center field. He hits it into Triple's alley, but over the wall. It's bye-bye, baby. 3-2 Giants.
3 on the board. They lead 3-2 in the top of the second inning. Welcome back to the game. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and those wondering about Angel Pagan, who came out early in last night's game. His knee was bothering him a bit, but Bruce Bochy said it's not a big deal. It flares up every once in a while, and he had already scheduled today as a day off for Angel Pagan. He wants to get Gregor Blanco some playing time. Bruce also said that Angel's available to pinch hit and will be in the lineup tomorrow and play in the Marlins series. Dwayne and Mike.
All right, a little play it safe with Angel Pagan. I think when you have a stretch of games where you don't have any days off, you have to play it safe.
Well, you do, and you got to get your bench guys some at bats too.
So here's Ryan Domit. So 5 runs in that first inning from a couple of guys that usually don't give up any runs.
And a 40-minute first inning.
That's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I figured these two guys, the way they were throwing coming in this game, it was going to be a fast-paced game and it would go quickly. Not the case in inning number 1. Changeup kind of squirted out of his hand. He's still looking for that rhythm. Throw a couple changeups high like that, you quit on, you kind of shy away from it.
Two and two now to Domit.
Domit, lots of power. And it's to all field.
And that is off his foot. And it remains 2 and 2.
Oh, yeah. Got it going.
You know what? I was going to suggest to you, if you want to take yours to Colorado, I'll take mine.
I may have to get some mothballs off of that thing. A few cobwebs.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
I think I had it going, though.
Yeah. Two pitch. Here it is. Look out, Ryan Domit.
So far, Bumgarner just can't seem to find that rhythm. He does not have command yet.
Sandoval's got it. Gets up, throws, got him. Nice play.
Well, what do you say we make this our forward right choice? And why not? I mean, Sandoval going to his belly, quickly to his feet, squares up. And Domit, for a big man, runs pretty good. So you don't have a lot of time to jimmy jack around. You got to get up and get rid of it. And in the end, not even close. That's our forward right choice.
Here's Simmons. Andrelton Simmons, and he takes a strike. 2 60s, 3 home runs, 9 driven in. Blanco moving back. 2 outs.
Well, Tuesday, May 27th is Autism Awareness Night. The Giants' great Will Clark, who's been a major advocate for the fight against autism, will be the featured speaker in a private pregame question and answer session in Triples Alley. This VIP event ticket package will include access to the Q&A with Will Clark, complimentary food and beverage, and 2 different limited edition Will Clark statuettes commemorating the 25th anniversary of him winning the 1989 NLCS MVP. For tickets, call 415-972-2298.
There's a strike to Tehran.
Tehran is 2 for 19. And another strike. Two and two. The Braves scored 2 runs in the first inning on a couple of doubles and a single. Day game baseball in Kansas City. Kansas City leading the Rockies 3-2. That game is in the 8th. This is rolled foul. Giants will be in Kansas City this year.
Looking forward to that. Last time we were there, they were doing some renovation to the ballpark. It was kind of in disarray. I'm anxious to see the finished product.
And a full count. Well, by talking to people that have been there, this is fantastic. Three balls, 2 strikes. And this is hit up the middle. Hicks on the backhand, and he'll throw it to Michael Morris, and that'll end the inning. So a nice play by Hicks. And it'll be Gregor Blanco in the top of the order coming up.
The Bay Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
All runs scored in the first inning. Giants are leading 3-2. Rio Tehran spent a long time out there, and most of it was in the stretch. And it'll be Blanco, Pence, and Posey.
Yeah, that 41 pitch inning by Tehran, that's the most pitches he's ever thrown in one inning in his career. And he really has to feel like he got away with what could have been a much bigger inning.
Blanco led the inning off with a walk. So he'll lead it off again here in the second. Pence to follow, and then Buster Posey. And it's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0.
Right now, Gregor Blanco's seeing Tehran pretty well. I mean, he's seeing that sinker away early and not offering it at all.
3 and 0.
And that was an easy take. And the last thing you want to see your pitcher do after a 41 pitch inning is get right back in the stretch with a walk. And that's what Roger McDowell, the pitching coach for the Braves, is in danger of seeing right now.
And a strike. 3 and 1.
And I think Lance Barrett, the plate umpire, was looking for a strike there. That didn't have to be.
And the walk.
Well, Hunter Pence, for the 3rd time this year, hits a round tripper. And I say this about the 3 home runs he's hit. They've all been impressive, and most of them have gone to right field. It's our McDonald's True Stories home runs to right field by right-handed hitters this season. Morse, Hicks, Posey twice, Hunter Pence. You just don't see many hit to right field. So the Giants doing something special.
Blanco goes, and he is going to make it. Second of the year.
And a good jump on his belly. So just like that, 1-run ball game, he puts himself in scoring position. It looked like Tehran just had a little head spasm and didn't pay a whole lot of attention to him.
One ball and no strikes. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Blanco with his lead at second. And there's one right down the middle of the plate to make it 2 and 1.
He's not looking middle in. He's looking middle away.
Big tapper to Johnson at third. And Johnson will make the play. And here's Buster Posey.
Posey had to be thinking about that last at bat. I mean, he hit the ball very well. He just got under it right to the warning track in left field. And he has had some ownage on Tehran.
Look out.
And that is right up around the helmet. And I guarantee things got quiet in the Giants dugout after this one. And that almost gets him in the face. Wow.
So it's 1 and 0.
In Exmo, you can see just how high this was. I mean, it was right there at the helmet. You know, guys don't mind you moving their feet, but they do mind anything above the shoulders, and they should.
Blanco goes. He got a late jump, and he's going to steal it, and he's going to score as the ball goes into left field. It's 4-2 Giants. And for Blanco, that's a Little League home run.
No, and they always say you can't make the first or the third out of third base. So with Buster Posey up, you're already in scoring position at second base. You better know you can make it. And it looked like Gaddis tried to hurry the throw. So 2 stolen bases and an error in the catcher, and the Giants get the Little League home run.
Walk, steal, error. Three and 1 to Buster Posey. And Buster Posey pops this one up. And Buster Posey's going to have another shot.
It's got to be an error. You see the wind is really playing havoc. We saw it hurt a fly ball that Gregor Blanco was going for earlier in the game. And here it happens to Simmons, who's as good on pop-ups as he is on ground balls. And he is great on ground balls. And look at Upton, who comes in. He's on his belly from left field, and we don't know why.
I think he tripped over the mound. So it's 3-2 to Buster Posey.
I watched the left fielder Upton coming in. I think he's good. I get up. So
that mound will get you every time. And Posey fouls it out of play. Three balls and 2 strikes. Check out Yahoo Sports Talk Live, presented by Comcast Business Class, hosted by Jim Kozimor, the Glue. And you can see it tonight at 5 o'clock, right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Yes, Stevie Johnson, the new wide receiver for the 49ers, Tim Kawakami, Dave Fleming's favorite writer, and Dan Dibley, a Comcast Sports Bay Area contributor.
Is that Elmer Kozimor?
Yep. The Glue. Here's Sandoval. Sandoval takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Braves just got Alex Wood up in the bullpen again.
Sandoval pops it up. Now Upton was very deep. He's going to come in and make the catch. And that'll bring up Michael Morris.
And this first pitch to Michael Morris is going to be number 60 from Tehran. And Alex Wood, I mean, it's the second inning, and this is his second hump, so it tells you how things are going for Tehran.
Morris drew a walk in the first inning. Morris waiting.
With a sinker in the outside corner. One of the few times they've gone away from Morse in this series. And I think that was a mistake. I mean, this is really unusual to see Tehran miss this many spots by the wide margins that he's missing them. They set that target away and it went up and in. 5 walks already. Almost took Posey's head off.
Ooh, 1-2.
See the defensive set deep in the infield, in the outfield,
and a big hole between Freeman and Pasternicki. And on a pitch in the dirt, that'll end the inning. Giants pick up a run. They strand a runner. It's 4-2 Giants.
Big play the Togo's way, and Madison Bumgarner made 4th at Atlanta. He got a win, and here is his line. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, and he struck out 9 on 95 pitches. And that was the day where he really refound his breaking ball, and it was really snapping. And that's our Togo's big play the Togo's way.
And here's Pasternicki to lead things off. So the Braves at the top of their lineup coming up here in the 3rd. Already the 3rd, and there's a foul out of play. It's 0-1.
I wanted to ask you this. I mean, Pasternicki in his first at bat, the first pitch of the game, tries to bunt.
Yeah.
So how long had he been pre-thinking that out?
Well, I usually didn't think about it until I was in the on-deck circle. There's a little looper foul down the right field line and out of play.
You don't see first pitch bunt attempts very often.
You don't. No balls and 2 strikes. And that's wide. 1-2. Upton and then Freeman. Got him. Well, interleague play is back on the next homestand, and your Giants are going to take on the Minnesota Twins on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. We'll highlight the Sunday game, which is a 1-5 start, and the first 20,000 fans are going to receive
a Giants barbecue apron courtesy of Johnsonville. To purchase, go to sfgiants.com/tickets. Twins looking to see Dan Gladden.
What's up, Upton? Looking forward to that. He's always entertaining.
In what way?
Well,
I mean,
just in life.
I mean, just by watching him, or
the way he moves, he makes me laugh.
He was a really tough rookie to harness. There's a swing and a miss. Another two.
Kind of came out of his shoes on that swing. He does swing hard. And just buckles under and rolls across home plate.
That or you break your ankle, one or the other. One and two. We'll wait for the Dan Gladden stories until the Twins get here.
Well, we have like 20 of them.
Foul back. It stays at 1 and 2.
I do know this. He was a good Giant.
He was.
And if you ever got in a fight, he was a good guy to have on your side.
That team won.
Yeah.
Upton taking a lot of time after he fouled that pitch off.
Well, he had a good pitch to hit. They wanted to bury that thing inside, and he left it over the plate. He got away with one. And that's a better pitch. Head to count 1-2. That's what you want to do with it. Remember, Upton's had good numbers lifetime against Madison Bumgarner. He sees him well.
Two pitch. Here it is. And make it 3 and 2. .47 pitches for Madison Bumgarner. Freeman in the first inning, he hit a ball that Blanco looked like he had a bead on, and it really drifted away from him. Ended up being a double and an RBI, and he later scored on a Chris Johnson double. He's now 5 for 20 lifetime against Bumgarner. Breaking ball misses.
Pitch curveball. Freeman hits it into more double plays than anybody on this Braves team. Good pitch, but I suppose he held that target after he caught it a little bit just to make a little silent protest to Lance Barrett, plate umpire. He thought he had a pretty good pitch here. Set the outside corner. That's one if you just kind of casually ask the umpire, did you think that was low? Did you think that was away? Could have been both.
2 and 1 on the swing and a miss by Freeman.
And out front.
On the ground, Hicks on the back end, shovels it to Crawford, and that's a double play. Good call, partner. That a bit. 4-2 Giants.
Credit Union. Make life easy.
4-2 Giants as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Fast moving game with Tyler Colvin to lead things off. Colvin struck out in the first inning. Crawford, Hicks. And the first pitch strike to Colvin.
That's the first fastball he's seen. Remember the first at bat he had a changeup, curveball, 3 strikes, see ya. Struck out, did not see a fastball.
Pulls this one on the ground to Pasternak, who throws him out. And here's Crawford, who blooped a single into left field to pick up an RBI. Hicks to follow. On the ground and a one-hopper to Pasternak. 2 outs, and here's Hicks. Trying to maybe catch up a little bit, pitch count wise.
Well, at the end of the third inning, you should be 45 or less. And his next pitch will be 68. So he's way over where he should be. And most of what he's thrown today has been out of stretch.
Gaddis, like all good catchers, he missed that pitch, so he looked at his glove.
Yeah, it's not his fault, but the glove let him down.
Can't tell you how many times I did that. Into center field. Hicks is going to have a base hit. And that'll bring up Bumgarner.
Take a look at the swing. Get that foot down early. Elbow tucks in. Right off the end of the bat. And he had his bat in the strike zone a long time to take advantage of it. Not a whole lot of movement from the head, which is what he really works on. Keep that head still. Give yourself a good look. And let the ball travel. Let it get deep to you. The fact that they get Bumgarner up, that's a big thing. Bumgarner's wondering, how did I miss that fastball?
Oh, and 2.
Well, yeah.
He's game ready, baby.
Yes, he is. Go big or go home.
Bumgarner slowly hit to third. And that'll end the inning. No runs a hit, 1 left through 3. 4-2 Giants.
4-2 lead heading into the top of the 4th inning. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and if fans think that the Giants are using the defensive shift more this season, they are right. Bench coach and infield instructor Ron Wotus told me it's a strategy that's becoming much more accepted in today's game. Gentlemen, he also said that it was the increase in interleague play that sparked the need for more numbers to use, and then it became useful in every game. He also said every team is always looking for any advantage, and he does a very good job with it. Dwayne?
Well, he does. And we're seeing a lot of teams do it. And it was so evident. Really, the two cities, Atlanta and LA, where all those shifts work. Here's Gaddis who takes a strike. I mean, you're going to get burned sometimes.
But, you know, you expect to see defensive extremeness when you face a team within your division, like the Dodgers or the Padres. We saw it in spring training when the Giants played the Cleveland Indians. I mean, how often do they see them?
Yeah. That's a fair ball. Blanco's going to get to it. And Gaddis has got a leadoff double. That almost clipped Ed Hickox.
Little breaking ball middle in, and he just digs it out very quick. Short arm swinger, and he's a middle in guy. Just past Sandoval, really no time to even get close, and almost hits third base umpire Ed Hickox. There's the fair signal, and then Tyler Colvin goes over and digs it out.
So here's Chris Johnson. Johnson takes wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
And there's a changeup in the strike zone. So he's bringing that pitch back. It's definitely a pitch that you're not going to look for against Madison Bumgarner. On average, he'll throw it, 3 to 5 times. When he's got it going good, we've seen him in the past when he learned that pitch and it became a big part of his repertoire. He would throw it a dozen times.
And there's a base hit. And this is going to score Gaddis. And Johnson's got his second double. It's 4-3.
Gaddis and Johnson, pretty much the same kind of guy. Middle in hitters. I mean, it's not like he's leaving these things out over the plate. They're just digging them out. Watch the elbows bend through the swing. I mean, that's nice. That's nice hitting right there to cover that inside pitch, because that movement's coming in at you. It's boring in at you, and they still manage to stay inside the ball despite the inside location. And that's an at-bat that they'll be proud of.
Here's Upton. Upton late, no balls and 1 strike.
4-seam fastball from a low 3/4 release, and it's going to get a natural cut.
Oh, and 2.
Next pitch for Madison Bumgarner will be number 60, and he's over where he should be in regards to pitch count, the preferred pitch count per inning. Dave Righetti likes to see 14 or less. League average 15 or less is acceptable. Anything over that, you're doing a little bit too much work. And Bumgarner, like Tehran, has had to do a lot of work out of the stretch today. .37 pitches first 2 innings.
Two and 2. So back-to-back doubles here in the fourth. Got him.
Take a look at the pitch grips that you see Bumgarner using. There's the four-seam fastball. That's his backbone. And then there's the two-seam fastball when he wants to put sink, movement that runs away from the righty. And then there's a curveball. And his slider, very much like the four-seam fastball, just moving the thumb underneath the middle finger. And then there's the circle changeup. The key with that pitch is make sure you use your fingertips to throw it. You don't get it too deep in your hand. See how little space between the ball. That's what you look for. And this become a good pitch for him.
Here's Domit. Domit takes a strike. He hit a ball to the left of Sandoval. Sandoval dove to his left, picked it, and threw him out. Two.
Big, hard slider. And now Domit's going to take a walk. And that was big sweep. And he got Domit to chase.
At second, Johnson. Just high, 1-2.
Yeah, I like that pitch, though. I mean, you have a tendency to want to go back and throw another sweep, and he missed it so badly, but chances are a good hitter who's got a good knowledge of the strike zone, like Domit has, he's not going to go out of the strike zone back to back. So you go up above the hands, sort of cleans the palate of the eye. Now you go back foot again, down around the knees or below. And a good chance you might get him to go.
Tried it, missed, 2-2. Simmons is on deck. Full count.
And this becomes a big pitch. Bumgarner has labored. He has not had the same kill pitch he had in Atlanta when he struck out 9 Braves. His command has not been as sharp.
And he got him.
So a swing through on a breaking ball in a 3-2. And that was a big moment in this game from Bumgarner. Take a look at the Exmo. Our Toyota Exmo. Let you see him follow through and finish that pitch nicely.
Simmons hit a fly ball to Blanco in the second. Here he takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Teran, the pitcher, is on deck. Same spot.
Good back to his
Simmons has got to be thinking, I can't reach that.
Well, it's wrapping around the strike zone. I think he's given up on that pitch twice early. And now he definitely has established a way. When you get a guy out there thinking away and you're going to have to go out and lean, that opens up inside.
Morris will head over to the seats, but it's going to be about 6 rows back. 0-2. And that's where Buster Posey wanted it. .72 pitches for Madison Bumgarner.
On a hot day.
On a hot day.
And most of them out of the stretch.
78 degrees, first pitch. We're actually seeing both pitchers, Mike, take a little more time. 2-2.
Well, both lineups have done a pretty good job of getting pitches out of their opposing pitchers. And neither guy has really had a consistent kill pitch that they can just bury in a 2-strike count.
Hit into right center field. Blanco is going to dive and he can't get it. Simmons is going to head to third, and this game is tied.
Well, they stayed away, and to Simmons' credit, I mean, he made the adjustment. He set the target way outside, and he leaned out there and went out and spanked it in the right center field gap. Nice try from Gregor Blanco. Just about a glove too short. For all you young outfielders, look at the way that Hunter Pence backs this play up. And once Blanco goes on his belly, he's out of the play. It's going to be up to the backup outfield to get the ball. Otherwise, Simmons has an inside the park home run.
.2-0 to Julio Teheran, and Bumgarner now maybe a little frustrated.
Teheran taking all the way, kind of wiggling a bat up there. That really should never bother a pitcher. Because if you're doing it right, your concentration is to the glove or the target on the catcher that you're throwing to. You don't even see the hitter.
Crawford has it. This will finally end the inning. 3 extra base hits in this inning, 2 doubles and a triple, and we are all tied up.
Presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Over 10,000 kids in the Junior Giants baseball program do not have a glove of their own. Each year, the Giants Community Fund teams up with Bank of America to help these kids. So bring a new or used glove or a $10 donation to the game on Sunday, May 18th at AT&T Park. In exchange, you'll receive a Tim Lincecum no-hitter pin or a Giants patriotic pin. If you can't make it to the game, you can still help. Purchase your favorite pin online at jrgiants.org.
The many volunteers at the ballpark on Sunday. You will not miss the volunteers collecting gloves and donations.
Yep, the Gamer Bays are here.
What'd you use? Wilson?
I was a Wilson guy.
So was
2000. For 13 years. And then Mizuno for 2, and then Louisville for 2. I had the same glove for 13 years and literally had it ripped off my hand by a line drive.
Here's Blanco. Blanco has walked twice and he's scored twice. Here he takes a strike.
I had a line drive come back at me. I got the glove up, hit the ball, caught the ball in the web, and then the glove peeled back from my hand, and I had a perfect hand imprint in the leather that remained. That was a good glove. I shed a tear when I had to bury that one.
A bit high. Teran didn't think so. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. So far, we've had an odd game. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 guys that you didn't think would give up any runs. A few, maybe. And it's 4-4. Two and 2 now to Gregor Blanco. When Blanco gets on, the Giants score. So we'll see what he can do here in the 4th. Got him. Time to log on to csnbayarea.com. Decide the player of the game. Your vote counts. When it will be revealed during Giants postgame live. Follow the action on the diamond with enhanced Bloomberg stats and more. Giants in-game live on csnbayarea.com. Log on now and vote. Here's Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence pops this one up. And it's going to be, well, out of play for Evan Gattis.
Well, it's been that kind of day. I mean, there's been nothing easy about pop-ups and fly balls. And we're talking about people who have a good track record of being able to snag these. Gattis comes over.
Man, he got right in the middle of all that stuff.
Yeah, there's lead bats and Manny Modem stickum bars and donuts and rosin bags over there in the on-deck circle.
On the ground towards the hole. Johnson's got it. Can he throw out Pence? He will not. Pence runs too well. That'll be an infield hit.
And one thing too is, I mean, he didn't have to really unwind from a backswing, so he got out of the box well. Watch the backswing. There really isn't a whole lot. He's got a good lean towards the back. Nice play, though, from Johnson. Once he realizes he gets up, he's got to hurry. No chance. And let's watch Pence run. A combination of power and speed, which makes him what he is. He can hit one out the opposite way, and he can run 4-2 down the line from the right side.
Here's Buster Posey. And Posey hooks one foul. Buster in the first inning just got underneath one, and it went to the wall in front of the cars.
Yeah, that's an bet you think about for a while because you hit it good. You just got it too high.
And he got knocked down twice before he walked in the second. And here he looks at a strike, and it's 0-2. Pence with 6 steals on the year. He goes. Posey flips one to right. Can Domick get there? He cannot. Pence heads up at third. And Buster Posey bloops one in front of Ryan Domick.
You have to watch the path that Hunter Pence took. It's a straight steal. Now he's got to find the ball. He's sliding. He sees, oh, all right, come on over. He never saw the fly, the pop up.
Nope. All he did was watch Tim Flannery. That's when your best friend is the coach.
And Alex Wood, the lefty, starting to get up again. This will be his 3rd hump of the day.
Sandoval singled in the first, popped out in the second, popped out to left field. Giants trying to retake the lead here in the 4th. On the ground towards the hole, into the hole. Pence scores. Buster Posey is going to challenge, and he is going to make it. Sandoval gives the Giants the lead. And then Buster Posey feeling mighty spry. It helped it up and threw a grounder to third.
Stays in nicely. He's got plate coverage. He's not pulling out that outside corner. Plants and then throws it out the other way and beats the shift. And that's going to be it for Teheran. And watch Posey on a belly slide. Big base umpire Ed Hickox with the safe side. And Freddie Gonzalez says, Julio, that's enough.
This kid's been pretty good all year. Here in the 4th, they retake the lead. There's your new pitcher when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Alex Wood, the new pitcher now for Atlanta. Giants saw Alex Wood in Game 3 of that series in Atlanta, and in that game, He struck out Michael Morse 3 times. He had 7 strikeouts, 3-5 record with a 2.87 ERA. And you see the strikeouts. He has 48 strikeouts against 9 walks. And how does he do it? He's got a low 90s fastball. He'll forward 2-seam, good hard curveball and a changeup. And he throws everything. A lot of teams would like to have this guy in their rotation. And for Morris, with 1 out, it's simply a fly ball situation to try and score Posey. And to get him in because of his speed, he's going to have to hit it at least medium depth to the outfield.
And the outfield extremely deep. Off the line and left is Upton. The Braves think if Morris hits the ball in the air, it's going to be a bit the other way.
First pitch fastball, quick 0-1.
So it's 0-1 to Morris. Morris walked in the first, struck out in the second.
Bang, bang, fastball, fastball. And Morris thought that was inside. But a very quick hole. Managers hate to get a relief pitcher up 3 times and then get him in a game. And that's what's happened with Alex Wood today.
That one chased Morris off the plate. It's 1-2. Kansas City ended up beating the Rockies this afternoon 3-2. Here it's 5-4 Giants. Got him. And that'll bring up Tyler Colvin.
Came with a fastball, just bunched him up right above the hands. And that's a frustrating at bat for Michael Morse. He had an RBI 90 feet away.
Colvin has struck out and bounced out to second. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
I think he was going up there looking for a breaking ball first pitch.
Then if you're lucky enough to get it middle in, that's when you hit the jackpot.
So Wood comes back with another curveball. Why not?
And you know that's the pitch you can hit in that hole. Oh, 0-2, and now timeout is called. And they're going to say Colvin went around, and that'll end the inning. Giants retake the lead on 3 singles. We will head to the 5th. It's 5-4 Giants.
area is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company. The Solar Company. Switch to solar and save.
All right. It's 5-4. That looks refreshing.
Yeah, it looks cool.
There's a strike to Pasternak. Joe Simpson, the color analyst for the Braves, was talking about where they're going next. Foul back, they're going to St. Louis, and he said, and we all packed for cool weather here and hot weather in St. Louis. And they got hot weather here, and they're going to cool weather in St. Louis. So he said, at least we got it right.
Oh, yeah, they're dressed for it. But he was really disappointed that they were getting warm weather in the Bay Area. They really wanted to put on a sweatshirt.
And we thank them for the great weather that he provided us in Atlanta. It's a little high, 2-2.
It has been a struggle for Bumgarner today. I mean, way ahead there, 1-2, and that was a pretty easy take. And you don't want to ever give a guy an easy take when you're ahead 0-2 or 1-2. You want him to at least think about it.
And that's a fair ball. Sandoval in the dirt to Morris, and Pasternak beats it out. And he had to, because that was a terrific play.
Yeah, it really was. Just too much speed on the play from Pasternak. He runs well. And to make it even close is remarkable. And Sandoval a little slow getting up. High backhander, and quickly gets on his back foot. He couldn't have got up any quicker.
Wow.
Close play.
So here's Upton. Upton is 0 for 1. He drew a walk in the third inning. And it really is a remarkable effort by Pablo Sandoval. And the pitch to Upton is high, and Buster Posey senses that something's out of whack, and he's going to have a word.
This conversation is probably you're getting your arm a little low. You got to get it up higher. You got to stay on top of the fastball and the slider, because when you get underneath, you get push, and when you get push, you miss high. Juan Gutierrez very quickly now starting to heat up.
That's as fast as he throws right there.
That's it. That's red alert time right there.
1-0 to Upton. Both teams now with 7 hits.
You would think it'd be easy to mechanically correct yourself in the middle of a game, but when you throw adrenaline on top of mechanics, it's really tough, especially if you're underneath and you got a glide going.
On the ground, Crawford to Hicks. And they're going to call Pasternak out. And this is going to get a beat from Freddie Gonzalez. And I don't think this is reviewable, Mike.
Well, I mean, early in the year, we were seeing the traditional separation play denied, where it's always been a given that the middle infielder would be able to get the out because they said he held it long enough and he would drop it in the exchange. And it really caused a lot of controversy within the game, and that's a rule that they changed immediately. And and they do it to protect the middle infielder. So it's a separation. He has it, and then when he's making the exchange, he doesn't get it. But I tell you what, this is a pretty lenient call. And I don't think he had it.
I'm sorry, he did not have it.
I can see why the Braves are upset by it. Exchange, never. I don't think he even touched it with his right hand.
Well, I mean, you kind of slap the ball into your throwing hand when you're turning the double play. Here's Freeman. In tight to Freeman.
Another miss up.
Well, look, the first 2 weeks of the season, that is not called that way.
You're right. And I think that they brought it back because they were fearful that somebody's going to get hurt by it.
Well, yeah. There are times where clearly the guy is taking the ball out, and it becomes a judgment call. And umpires are allowed to make those judgments. This is shallow center field. Crawford is going to do the pop-up dance and put it away. 2 outs.
You don't miss the pop-up dance, do you?
No, I don't. And these are tough days. Wind at times. Lots of sunshine. It was much more challenging at Candlestick.
Yeah, Candlestick.
Well, I guess everything was more challenging at Candlestick. Getting a hot dog, making sure your popcorn was still in the bag when you got back with the winds.
Yeah, there was nothing comfortable about Candlestick.
Gaddis takes wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
You know, Candlestick, as a baseball fan, you had to earn it as a fan. It's kind of like Northern California surfers. There's nothing easy about the waters here in Northern California. You got to earn your ways. But
hey, it's Northern California. You got to earn your way in traffic. You got to earn your way trying to find a parking spot. Come on.
Yeah, but it's worth it. That's why we stay here.
Two balls and no strikes. Bumgarner comes in 2-1.
Now they're convinced that Gaddis can beat the inside pitch. I mean, he's had 2 really good at bats today, and both times he's beat the inside corner. So they're staying away here. If they go in, it'll probably be bad.
Well, Bumgarner's making it tough on his manager right now. Chris Johnson's on deck, and he's got 2 doubles. A walk here puts the tying run in scoring position.
Well, if you want to have a chance for a win, you got to finish it right here.
Three and 2.
I mean, this really has been a wrestling match for Madison Bumgarner today.
.94 pitches. Upton will be on the move. Not just yet. Runner goes high and deep to left. Fair or foul? It is foul. Whew. I didn't think that had a chance of going foul.
I didn't either. Chamberlain got it.
I watched Gaddis, and Gaddis was absolutely sure that that was going to be fair.
She's psyched. Second decker. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the wind just pushed this thing foul. It drops right in front of her lap. She reached down and picked it up.
Got him. The game of feet.
SMS. We're loving this segment. It's the AT&T fan photo, and our region is expanding because we got one from Julie from Reno, Nevada, outside of California. Nicely done, Giants fans. Remember, if you've got a photo that you want to get on our broadcast, just tweet it out, hashtag CSNBA fan photo. You have to include your name. You have to include your hometown to be considered. Hey, Mike Kruko, I got a tweet that somebody has a photo of you and them that they want to submit. Maybe we'll see it on a future broadcast. Dwayne?
Huh. Should I be jealous?
It's me and the Cookie Monster.
Here's Crawford. Crawford takes a breaking ball for a strike. Crawford knocked in a run on the first, bounced out to second in the third. Hicks is on deck.
These two guys have history. Brandon Crawford got Alex Wood in Atlanta. That's a 2-strike count, and that was a big potato.
They needed that,
That was a 2-run shot.
That was 1 of 2 that day, Crawford.
Alex Wood likes to work quick.
He's a getaway day guy.
He's a good getaway guy, indeed.
So an at bat for Crawford where he gets it to 3-2. Down the left field line. That's a fair ball, and it's going to be at least a double. Ownage is ownage.
Well, he really has owned all the lefties in this league this year, and that is an exceptional bat. You take the count 3-2 after being down the count, and then you do this. You rifle a line shot down the opposite way. And he says he just gets quiet upper body and uses his hands. Elbow tucks. And look at the head stay still right through the swing as he shoots that thing down the left field line. And that is a textbook 2-strike approach. Beautiful.
Here's Hicks. Hicks is 1 for 1. A walk and a single off of Tehran. And he pops this one up to right field for Domit. Crawford is going to go back and tag. And he's going to go for it. And here's the throw, and he made it. He put a catcher in right field, and the third base coach is going to try to do something.
Yeah, that's a big 90 feet. And it's going to get Madison Bumgarner out of the game. And Domit's got a good arm, and it's an accurate arm. And that is right on the dot. And a nice jump. Put back to the bag. He's thinking tag the whole way. He's looking at his third base coach. Come on. And here he comes.
Here's Arias. Arias will hit with the infield in. And he fouls the first pitch out of play.
Now, Arias is a good bunter, and the way he looked at that first swing, he was a little late on the fastball. And oftentimes, Bruce Bochy will make a decision on a safety squeeze based on a guy's first swing, how he's looking, how he's timed to the pitcher. So 2 fastballs up, 2 times he was late.
So Crawford at third. Giants trying to add on. They have a 1-run lead.
And they may send him on contact here. Ball hit on the ground with 1 out. And they're trying to stay up above the belt with high stuff. Hard high stuff.
The Upton brothers are really deep in left and center.
And making the catch is Pasternicky. And here's Gregor Blanco. Blanco has walked twice and he struck out.
Go back to the second inning with Gregor Blanco, who's led off twice with walks. Here, he gets a walk, then he goes and steals second. And then that's not enough. He steals third, and Gaddis hurries the throw, throws it to left field. And as my partner likes to call it, that's a Little League home run. A walk, 2 stolen bases, and scoring an error. And that's been the difference in the game.
Yeah, when I was in Little League, I thought for a long time that was a home run. And if nobody corrects you, you walk around thinking, got myself a home run. Here's Blanco. And Blanco bends back out of the way of a high breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
And we've seen him bunt in these situations too. Braves will respect it. Remember, they had Gregor Blanco. He came up with him.
And a base hit to left field. And that knocks in Crawford. And that gets Arias off the hook.
That's a great at bat. And he's had a lot of them. We're starting to see him drop. 2-out RBI with the runner in score position. That's what the Giants have done so well in this year.
So it's the 2 left-handed hitters that do the trick. And that'll bring up Hunter Pence, who's 2 for 3. Hit a long home run in the first inning. Way out into Triple's alley. And a snap throw, and Blanco's back. It appears that Blanco's going to go.
I think it's almost automatic. It is go time. And Freddie Gonzalez, the skipper of the Braves, I think is thinking the same thing. He called those throwovers.
I think Pence took that because he was going to give Blanco a chance to go because he didn't take too many high fastballs.
I agree. But you got to earn it. I mean, Wood's pretty sneaky. He's got a number of different looks he'll get you. And off a slide step, he's pretty quick to unload the ball home.
Pence started with 1 out in the 4th. He had an infield hit. Remember, he hit a ball to the left of Chris Johnson, who gloved it but could not throw him out. Blanco goes. He had a good jump, and he's going to steal it.
Well, he's having a game today, folks. That's 3 steals. And it always feels a little better to do it against your old team. Let's take a look at the jump. And that was not a slide step from Wood either. He brought that leg up high. And it's all the break that Blanco needed.
Two balls and 1 strike. Pence with a base hit. Here comes Blanco. with the high throw home. No cutoff man. Freddie Freeman's watching. Pence goes into second.
That is unbelievable. And this is a Braves team that doesn't usually make those kind of mistakes. But another 2-out base hit with runners in scoring position to cash in. But here's where the mistake was made. And Upton, with really none chance whatsoever, overshoots the shortstop. And an easy take a second for Hunter Pence as he just reads the arc of the ball. He goes in standing up.
So that must be what Freeman's thinking. There's no way he's going to throw home on that. So he doesn't even bother.
Now I don't know if they're going to pitch to Posey. You can see Upton shaking his head. He knows he made a mistake.
Oh, and 1 to Buster Posey. Hit right at Upton in center field, and that's going to end the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 left. 7-4 Giants.
An all-new co-branded Metallica Giants-themed clothing line, including t-shirt, hoodies, and hats, have been released from the Giants dugout stores. Merchandise is now available exclusively at all 10 Giants dugout stores all around the Bay Area. Or you can purchase this special Metallica cap and t-shirt combo for only $39 plus shipping and handling. All you have to do is call 1-877-5-GIANTS. Operators are standing by. Again, that's 1-877-5-GIANTS. That's a great ad.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up brake experts.
New pitcher now for the Giants is going to be Juan Gutierrez, 17th time that he has come in, 1-1 with a 3.93 ERA. Mid-90s fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Very deliberate pace.
There's always at least one hat that we show in every game that you want.
Yeah, that's true.
And we spotted this one in the 6th inning. There it is. I can see New Year's Eve, you and Jennifer walking in the room just like that.
I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that.
There's a strike to Chris Johnson. I don't think Jennifer would go for that.
Absolutely. I would wear that to bed. That's another good one. Dermatologist would be very happy about that lid.
That covers you and his spouse. 1 ball and 1 strike to Chris Johnson. Yeah.
No,
that's a head that needs covering.
That's a surfer's hat right there. That right there, that's a feel-good hat.
That was a giveaway. 1-1 to Johnson. Out of play, 1-2. Yeah, that'll work.
Well, it's hat day. A lot of sunshine here.
One ball and 2 strikes. One on the left, a little tight, you think?
Yeah, too much head, not enough hat. There you go.
It's an original. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nope. 3-2.
Little high with the breaking ball.
Should be a pretty good pitch to hit here for Chris Johnson with a 3-run lead. Hunter Pence will give chase, and this one's going to drift into the seats where a fan makes the catch.
It's not the first time he's made a catch over there either. Looking for a kid. Nice play, Meat. Good play. Good fan.
Pence back in his spot in right field. It's 3-2 to Johnson with B.J. Upton on deck. Out of play. So Gutierrez has been coming in. We got one of those at home.
The first time I ever saw that was in St. Louis, and Lou Brock was the guy who was endorsing him. They called him Brock-abrellas. And I thought that was the greatest thing I'd ever seen.
Well, they need the Brock-abrellas around the 8th inning of night games in the bleachers.
Yeah, they do. See, there you go. The anti-seagull hat.
Pence in. Pence catching. Just a matter of timing. You have a pocket full of those around the 8th inning in the bleachers, you can make some cash.
You sure could. I know I'd buy one.
Here's Upton. Upton has struck out twice, both against Bumgarner. Here he takes high. Swing. 1 ball and 1 strike. Upton turned around and asked his friend Lance Barrett if that was a strike.
Let's take a look at this pitch.
Well, sounded like a strike.
I've been calling that outside corner against Upton this whole series, and he has not bought into any of them. But you got to go out there again, right?
Absolutely. 2-2.
A little too far. You're mad at yourself when you have an 0-2 count or a 1-2 count and you're throwing off the plate that far where it's just an easy take. And you really like to have something that starts in the corner of the strike zone and let the movement take it out of the strike zone and hope he chases.
Got him. And that's a hat trick for Upton. And now Upton's been tossed out of the game.
Well, you can see the frustration starting to build with Upton. I mean, it really started in game 1 of the series. There have been a lot of outside strikes called that he has argued. And whether they are strikes or not, in his mind, they're not. And he has just reached the boiling point.
Well, look, I think he's got a beef on a couple of those.
He set the target wide, and that is right where you want to throw a 2-strike pinch if you have leverage. He had it. He got the strike, and Lance Barrett sends him packing. Grab some pine meat.
Here's Domit. Domit is 0 for 2. Here he looks at a strike.
Gutierrez just pounding the outside corner with everything. Good changeup, just a little bit low. And that's a pitch that we see him when he throws it. He throws it when he's ahead in the count. He isn't quite trusted in 1-0 counts or 2-0 counts yet. It's a good changeup.
.95 high fastball. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Luis Avilan, one of 3 lefties the Braves have in the bullpen, starting to get greased.
Right again at 95. And a full count.
We just announced that the ejection of B.J. Upton is the first time anybody in the Braves organization has been ejected from a game this year.
I just asked the guys in the truck. I'm not sure the Giants have had anybody ejected. On the ground to Morris. Morris will take it himself, and that'll end the inning. For the Giants, it'll be the pitcher's spot to lead things off.
I think Coach got that.
brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers, offering business and personal insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. Visit us at hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
7-4 Giants. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. An absolutely glorious day here in San Francisco. Built for baseball. Jordan Schaefer now comes in to replace B.J. Upton. And he is the new center fielder. Did a little homework in that the B.J. Upton ejection was the first for the Braves this year. Giants have had two. Bruce Bochy and Angel Pagan.
Gutierrez is going to hit, so we'll see how this works out. In 2007 is the last time Gutierrez took an at bat.
I've got my red pen ready.
Reds for what? Home runs?
Strikeouts.
Oh.
I hope he makes me put it away.
It hit him?
No, I think it one hopped. But hey, at least he got to run down to first.
All right, let me grab my red pen.
All right. He was going to hack no matter what. All right, and we have that as the worst swing of the year.
Go down swinging, baby. Here's Michael Morris, who struck out twice in this game. He did draw a walk in the first.
This has become a little more than just an at bat for Michael Morris, as the last 4 times he's faced Wood, he's struck out against him. 3 times in Atlanta and 1 time here today.
Fouls this one out of play. High and deep to left. Looking up. Upton. Out of here. His 9th of the year.
And I believe that one felt pretty good.
Morris, by this at bat, had a pretty good idea what Wood was going to try to do to get him out.
Try and go inside, as he has the previous 4 times when he struck him out. You don't want to ever have a pitcher have that kind of domination on you.
Here's Colvin. Second home run of the day for the Giants. Pence hit one in the first inning. Colvin right back up the middle in a base hit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He was sitting on that breaking ball. He did it in his last at bat against Wood, and here he's looking for the same breaking ball. The point you made, Kev, about him getting it up, he did. And let's take a look at Michael Morris digging one off his hands, middle in. And he was looking for it, pin arm power. That felt good.
Here's Brandon Crawford. Crawford's got 2 hits today. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Watch the elbows collapse, but that's how he beats the inside pitch. And when you can hit a ball that hard in that location, when you're 6'5", you can hit. If you are 6'5" and you can't do that, you can't play here, because you're going to see a lot of it.
Crawford skies one to right. It's Domet who's going to make the catch. I do believe Mr. Crawford was thinking he just missed that one. And that'll bring up Hicks. Hicks is 1 for 2. Giants have only gone 1 inning where they didn't score. That was the 3rd.
Well, somewhere in the Braves clubhouse, BJ's Upton is watching this game, and he just saw that pitch called a strike, and he's thinking, that is not a strike.
Down the right field line, this is going to slice into the seats. Hunter Pence today with 3 hits. Giants have 12 total. Say this about Alex Wood is he is not afraid to pitch inside.
Oh, that's a big part of his strength.
And Hicks is out swinging to end the inning. Giants on the board on the home run by Michael Morse. It's his 9th of the year, and it's bye-bye baby. It's 8-4 Giants. Toyota Game Summary, and it's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. It was supposed to be a pitching duel, Bumgarner and Tehran. Turns out that it's an 8-4 lead for the Giants. Johnson's got a couple of doubles. The Braves are 14-0 when they score first this season. Blanco's had a big day, and so has Hunter Pence. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
The pitcher now for the Giants will be Gene Machi. And this is the 20th time that he's come in. He's having a great first half. 5-0 with an 0.49 ERA. Machi, a mid-90s fastball. Low to mid with a slider and a forkball.
Simmons takes a strike. He tried to duck it, no balls and 1 strike. Simmons tripled in the 4th inning off of Bumgarner. Both Teheran and Bumgarner threw a lot of pitches. Teheran ended up going 3 1/3. Bumgarner went 5. Dan Uggla is on deck. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
That's good forkball right there.
Well, that's the one that got Bruce Bochy's attention a couple of years ago.
And he's really grown with the pitch, because back then, he wasn't confident enough to throw that pitch when he's behind the count. He used to work hard with his other pitches to get to a 2-strike, and then he try and finish you off with that fork. But now he loves that pitch, and he'll throw it at any count. And the thing that Bochy likes about it is that it's a swing and miss pitch.
It is. Got him.
Oh, like that.
So here's Uggla, and we'll see Uggla for the first time.
And this thing comes up there, you're thinking it's a fastball, and then it's gone. And it really is one of the better forkballs in the National League West, or splits in the National League West. Really, you could say the entire National League. It's a good one.
Hicks will now move to the third base side of second base. As Uggla on the first pitch pops this one into right field. It's going to be Blanco. Blanco put it away.
See how deep he gets that ball in his finger, and that's a true fork. And a true fork is different than a split finger because it won't have as much rotation. It just sort of tumbles at you. And it is not an easy pitch to control. I mean, he's had no problem with it. If you see him walking around, he's always got a ball between his fingers, stretching those fingers out.
Pasternicky's got a couple of hits. Oh and 1. 0 and 2.
And there it is. With that pitch, I mean, the beauty of the forkball is you don't really have to think about throwing it to a corner. You just kind of throw it to a spot and let it do its thing.
Tapped. Posey's got it. Flip to Morse. Side retired, and a nice quick inning for Gene Machi. Arias is going to lead it off. For the Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Luis Avila, the new pitcher now for the Braves, 18th time that he's come in. He's got good stuff. Throws hard, low to mid-90s.
On one pitch, this is knocked down by Pasternak, and he throws him out.
Avalon will also give you a curveball and a changeup combination.
Is that the same Ahmed that drove us around Scottsdale?
Yeah. Yep.
And charged us?
Yeah, he was a little high with the charging, too.
Got mad when the tip wasn't big enough?
Well, I didn't tip him.
Here's Blanco, who's had a terrific day.
He's had the kind of day that can turn you around. Had a pinch hit double last night. Tonight he's had 2 walks. He scored 3 times, 2 walks and a knock. And the knock against Alex Wood, the lefty.
Hunter Pence on deck. Right at Freeman. 2 outs, and let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, as you well know, Tim Hudson played 9 seasons with the Braves. I visited with the pitching coach for Atlanta, Roger McDowell, asked him to share his thoughts on working with Tim, and he said, "How much time do you have?" Here's the short version of what McDowell had to say about Tim. He is very professional, a tremendous tool, a great leader, and he made Roger McDowell's job very easy. Dwayne?
Is high praise.
Well, and we could add to it, having been around him just for a couple of months. We've watched Tim Hudson from afar and always been impressed, but when you see him on a day-to-day basis and the type of person he is in the clubhouse, on the field, I mean, he's as good as they come.
2-0.
Yeah, for Hudson, who's got over 200 wins in the big leagues, I mean, he's a humble man.
Well, when he hangs him up, he will get consideration for the Hall of Fame.
No doubt.
Pence with a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's a straight 95-2-0 challenge that he gets Pence to swing through. It's a healthy fastball. Braves can run some velocity at you. There's Tim Hudson. It's great to see him renew acquaintances.
Pence has got his 4th hit.
He's hot.
MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating a dozen years. Join the millions of subscribers. You can watch every out-of-market game live in true HD on over 400 devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit sfgiants.com for details. Here's Buster Posey. Buster Posey's skies went out into deep right center field. And moving over is Doman, and that's going to end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. 8th inning coming up. last night's play at the plate. He said without the new rules disallowing home plate collisions, I think a lot of things would have been different. I don't think he would have walked toward me. It was just weird. I knew immediately I couldn't hit him. I was shocked he walked toward me, but he was doing what he felt he needed to do. The only thing I had going for me was he didn't know how I was going to react. I have no idea what he just said. Seriously, it doesn't make any sense.
Let's take a look at the play. And I think when Buster Posey got this ball in plenty of time, he expected that there would be contact, and he expected a fastball and got a changeup and a little bit of a juke move right there, and a pretty nifty slide by Hayward, and he was safe. And it was a big play in the game.
Here's Upton facing Machi. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
At the very least, what came out of last night's play is if I'm in a dodgeball team, I want Jason Hayward on my team.
And that pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Javier Lopez. Going to get some work today. And you might see him come in after this at bat is over. David Carpenter, the right-hander, finishing off his warm-up throws. He will pitch the bottom of the 8th.
Down the right field line, that'll be out of play. 41,253. Giants fans love their midweek day games. They like their midweek night games too, I might add.
Yeah.
And the Saturday day games and the Saturday night games. Upton getting some new lumber.
It's commonplace to sell this place out. And the Giants players do not take that for granted ever. It is a tremendous home field advantage.
Including today, 264 straight sellouts. Upton bounces this one. Arias to his left. He will throw on the run. Upton retired.
Well, Giants taking on the Marlins tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pregame live at 6:30. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. The homestand continues with 4 games against the Marlins. Tomorrow night will be Matt Cain against Nate Eovaldi. Complete Giants coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNBayArea.com with Giants insider Andrew Baggerly. The home of your San Francisco Giants is right here, Comcast Sportsnet.
Here's Freeman. Freeman likes that first pitch and he fouls it out of play.
Santiago Casilla now joining Javier Lopez. Probably might see Javier Lopez pitching against Freddie Freeman. But who's coaching going to extend Machi? He's in command of this inning. Giants do not get another off day until Monday. 4 more games. It completes this long stretch without a day off.
Well, I think, Mike, after Monday, there's 13 straight.
Yeah, May is a month where they got May 1st off, and then Monday is the only other off day this entire month.
Giants will not fly on Monday. They will fly after the game on Sunday. Get everybody off their feet in the altitude on Monday. This has popped up. This might be an adventure for somebody. Not a problem for Hicks.
Piece of cake. Can of corn. From what we've seen for pop-ups and fly balls today, I mean, I was expecting to see a whole lot more, but things have calmed down, I guess, wind-wise, than what we saw earlier in the game. Early in the game, it was almost impossible to catch a pop-up.
Here's Gaddis. Gaddis doubled in the fourth. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
He does not get cheated, does he?
He does not.
Bat speed is not a problem for Evan Gaddis.
Arias. Side retired. 2 ground balls and a pop-up. And it's 8-4 Giants.
Of the game. I do think Gregor Blanco has earned that distinction. He has had a fantastic day. A couple of walks, he scored a couple of runs, 3 stolen bags. He had a knock that knocked in a run. I mean, he just was doing it all. Plus, playing stellar defense as he always will do. Gregor Blanco, our Honda player of the game.
When it's time for a change, things Speedy, oil change and auto service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
The pitcher now for the Braves will be David Carpenter. 18th time that he has come in. 2-0 with a 1.69 ERA. Good strikeout totals. 21 strikeouts in 16 innings, and he throws hard. You're going to see a mid to high 90s fastball and a hard slider.
Ari Adrianza is pinch hitting with Morris on deck. So he's 6 for 35. And he swings and misses, nothing in 2.
Ball high.
Man, he's got some giddy up on it. Braves bullpen do not lack for good fastballs.
They'd like to bring the heat.
Carpenter, big guy, 6'2", 230, in his third year at the big league level.
Down the left field line is Souvenir, right at the end of the Giants dugout. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap. That's going to come up in just a little bit, and I'll also talk about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KNBR 680. In tight, not.
Fastball just taking out that inside corner. And that is a rough at bat. Set on the inside corner and just blow right through. And Lance Barrett, plate umpire, says looks pretty good from here.
Indeed, indeed. Here's Morse. Morse is going to go around, so it's 0-1.
David Carpenter, a converted catcher after 2 years of professional baseball. Originally signed as a catcher out of West Virginia, University of West Virginia.
There's a shot foul down the right field line.
Look out. They take it out of brick. 6th inning. He gets a fastball in off Alex Wood, and he had struck out 4 times prior to that swing of the bat. And in some small way, I think he feels like he got even. Some big way, I should say.
Out of play.
Because that was a rocket.
It was a rocket. I saw a little note on Twitter. It's 99 degrees at Dodger Stadium.
Wow. Well, it was supposed to be over 90 today.
It's kind of a different heat, though.
Things calm down. Yeah.
It stays on you and you wear it for a while.
It's a smoggy heat.
'99.
You can have 99. 99's overrated.
I mean, it's probably 99 over where I'm headed after the game. One and 2 to Morris.
Santiago Casilla finishing off his warm-up pitches. He will pitch the 9th inning. I'll tell you one thing, he's on him. That's 97.
Two and 2 with Tyler Colvin on deck. And finally, Carpenter wins the battle. And that'll bring up Colvin, who singled in the 6th inning off of the lefty Alex Wood. Miami will be in town tomorrow night. They'll probably be in town late tonight after the game against the Dodgers in LA. Matt Cain will take the hill against Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi throws hard.
Yeah, you're going to see some high 90s fastballs tomorrow night with Evaldi. Today was supposed to be the day that Jose Fernandez was going to throw for the Marlins, but he is on the disabled list.
Outside to Colvin. So this game now just a couple of minutes over the 3-hour mark. Low to Colvin. 2 balls and 1 strike. Matt Cain will pitch tomorrow. Two and two.
Cut him. I mean, that's supposed to be a slider. I just don't think it had that much time to break. Still took out that outside corner perfectly.
Colvin just got enough to see another pitch. The Saturday game, if you check your schedule, is a 6:05 start.
$6.97. You got to cheat to get it started early. That's where you're susceptible. You know, a guy buries a hard slider on your back foot on you. It's tough to lay off that thing when you're cheating. But that's what 97 does to you.
Out of play.
And the difference between 97 and 93 miles per hour is like a whole different pitch.
Colvin down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. It bounces off of the number 2 archway, and it'll be a double for Kyler Colvin, his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 5.
That's a bat, and there was the slider. The mistake that Carpenter makes is that he throws it in the strike zone. This thing right above the hands, up and in, boom, and he barrels it. He's got a nice flat swing. It really is a swing built for average. Bowman had no chance on that one, so an easy 2-bagger here with 2 outs, and he sets it up for Brandon Crawford.
Crawford's got a pair of hits and 4 at bats. And he hits one high and deep and out of here into the water. Carpenter's trying to figure out what just hit him. 2 outs, nobody on with a pair of strikeouts.
Well, a great at bat from Colvin and the 2-strike double, and then Brandon Crawford comes up and gets a challenge fastball middle in. And he just says, thank you very much. That is a bomb. Second time he's gone into the pond this year. Home run number 4, or number 5 rather. And let's watch it go. And that lit up the kayakers.
Uh-oh, easy. Here's Hicks.
Guys. Kayak just digging into his boiler there for a second.
Looked like they're working the boards in a hockey game. Hicks takes low.
15-hit day for the Giants.
Pence with 3 hits. Crawford with 3 hits. Blanco's been on base 3 times. Hicks fouls it back. It's 2-2.
Yeah, you hit home runs, you hang together on the fence line. It's an elite club.
Up and into Hicks.
David Carpenter, he was on cruise control. He had 2 strikeouts done. He had a 2-strike count, and all of a sudden he's got 2 earned runs slapped on his ERA.
And the walk. So Arias is going to hit.
Buster Posey talking over with Brandon Crawford, saying, how'd that feel? Yeah, good. We'll be thinking about that all night tonight.
Arias takes a breaking ball for a strike. And this is caught by Pasternak to end the inning. 3rd home run of the game for the Giants. It comes off the bat of Brandon Crawford. It's bye-bye baby. And the Giants now lead 10-4. Central right after post-game live, and tonight you're going to get reaction to this game, Andrew Baggerly's post-game notes, and the latest on the Warriors coaching search. And it'll be Ahmed Fareed and Henry Wolford. They're going to be the host. 10-4 Giants. And the new pitcher is Javi Lopez.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Javier Lopez. This has become a maintenance inning for him. No record, 2.70 ERA. A long time without throwing. Has only appeared in this series one other time. But he needs some work.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman hit a home run on a 3-2 pitch. And Lopez is not very good in situations like this. But I'm not sure Bruce Bochy has a choice. He needs to get him some work.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He needs to get out there, stay sharp. When he appeared in this series facing Freddie Freeman the one time, I mean, he hadn't pitched in 2 series. The last time he had gone out there in a game was in Atlanta.
Backdoor misses, 2 balls and a strike.
And that can happen to a specialist, especially when you face a lot of teams with a lot of dominant right-handed hitting, like the Braves.
3-1.
And you get a little rusty.
So Lopez issues a walk to Johnson. And that'll bring up Schaefer, who came into the game after Upton was tossed.
Yeah, I think he'll be a little more comfortable facing the lefty.
Swinging a foul at home plate. And that pitch is just wide.
When he faced Freddie Freeman and he worked the count full and Freeman hit a home run off him, it kind of stunned all of us because in Javier Lopez's career as a Giant, he's only given up 3 home runs.
This is tap foul.
It's just not part of the game plan. And then he had to sit on it.
Yep.
And couldn't get back out there the next night. So this really is an important inning for him. But the point you make about him not being successful throughout his career in these scenarios is a good one. Giants with a 6-run lead. It's not really an adrenaline start or appearance for him.
Schaefer gone. Schaefer, by the way, in Matt Cain's perfect game, led off in that game with the Astros and went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, I bet he remembers that.
We sure do. June 13th, 2012. I think Matt Cain pitched a few stressful ball games in 2012.
Yeah.
Man.
Ball dude is finally getting a chance to make a play.
With the wingtips? Yep.
Don Stillette. Yep, break out the wingtips. Hey, baby Don.
Outside to dome it. Hey, you got to dress up to be a ball dude. Come on.
Yeah. Wear your best shoes. Come on out and hope you get a play. He and John Polly, our first baseball dude, really haven't had much to do today.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to Crawford, who'll backpedal. He goes to Hicks. Hicks swings it across, and Domet beats it out.
I don't think there's a throw that Hicks gets from a third baseman or shortstop that he doesn't feel he can get a throw off of with. I mean, if there was ever a throw he's going to take from a shortstop that just said, just get the one and get out of Dodge, this was it. But no.
Give it a go.
Why not? Doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, well, you do that for that guy out on the mound. Here's Simmons. Simmons taps this one to Arias. Arias will go to first, and that's the ball game. So the Giants take 2 out of 3 from the Atlanta Braves, and Mike